Good morning and welcome to the Sherri-Lee Show for Monday, March 18th. I am Sherri-Lee Woysick, of course, and I am so happy that you're with me here today. It's Monday, it becoming one of my favorite days of the week. I never really hated Mondays. I've always worked in a different industry, so Mondays didn't have the same relevance to me as people who had your typical Monday to Friday. But Mondays I'm loving, and it's a gorgeous day out today, and I'm so excited about everything. I spent the weekend in Vancouver with a friend of mine learning how to do access consciousness bars. And if any of you know what access consciousness is or what bars are, it's life-changing shit. And so I was there with my kids, and my daughter and I both learned how to do bars. So we're going to do bars to each other. It's a very lovely, lovely gift to give yourself, for sure. And then I took yesterday to do some planning, and here we are today at the top of the week, getting ready to go. And today I want to talk about leads with you. And as you come in, as you join me, and I see some people are joining me, and I'm so grateful that you join me on Mondays. Could you please say hi? Let me know who's here. Share your Facebook page. I want to give you a shout out and tell my audience about you. So share your Facebook page and say hi and tell me what you do. And let's get to know each other a bit better. That's what these are about. This is getting to know people. So let's talk about leads today, though. I have a post up on my page, and a lovely lady just left a note on that, commented on that post and said, I don't know what leads are. And you know what? That's okay. That's okay. This is just a word that we use to categorize things and to clump things into a certain pocket for us to understand and process things, right? To make sense of things. But a lead is really so many things, and you can look at them so many different ways. But first and foremost, they are super important to your business. I don't think any business can grow without leads. And so what's a lead? Well, typically when you talk to people, and anybody in business, anybody who does Facebook ads, any marketing people, when they're talking about leads, they're talking about, most of the time, they're talking about email addresses that they collect. So they have a lead magnet, a freebie, a gift that they give away in exchange to collect an email address. You can do that at trade fairs. You can do that at speaking events. You can do that at networking events. You can do it on your business card. Here's my freebie. Usually it's some sort of digital product that we've created that gives value, and we give it away to somebody, but they need to give us their email address to get it. So when they give us their email address, we have a system set up that automatically delivers this freebie, the lead magnet, to them. And the lead magnet is a magnet for our leads. It's intended to attract the right people to us that we want to work with, people who are ready to work with us and ready to do the work that we support them in doing. So that's your typical big way that when people talk about leads, that's what they're talking about. Now, if you want to see an example of a lead magnet, on my page, there's a post with a cute little kitty licking its nose. And it's a post that I made last night, and it's about leads. And it's about a challenge I'm holding next week in my Badass group, my Badass Facebook Marketing Club. And the challenge starts next Monday, and it's called Lickety Split Leads, because it's 3 days only that we're doing. And it's all about other ways to collect leads. So if you are interested in learning about leads, you can go to that post, you click on the link in the post, and you can sign up for the challenge. Now, that's a lead magnet. The challenge is a lead magnet. You're going to give me your email address, And then I'm going to send you reminders during the week about the challenge. It starts next Monday. It's a week. You could forget, right? So then next Monday, you'll get reminded that the challenge is starting. You're also get invited to join the Badass Facebook Marketing Club, where the challenge will be held. So the challenge is my freebie. It's not even tangible. It is content I'm going to deliver to you next week for 3 days with challenges for you to execute on your Facebook page to collect leads. Now, they aren't all going to be email addresses. That is probably the most in-depth, most involved way of collecting leads. A longer process, and we're not going to teach that in a 3-day challenge for sure. That's what my Likes to Leads program is about. That's starting on April 1st. That program is going to get you really deep into how to run Facebook ads, to collect email addresses, to grow your email list, and give your freebie to people who are your prospects. They are your leads. Okay, now that Likes to Leads program, if you want information, just put L2L in the comments, and I'd be happy to connect with you to give you information about that program. But the challenge next week is my lead magnet. You're going to give me your email address so that I can make sure you get the information and the content that you need. And I know you need to be collecting leads. Now, we're not going to talk about the big type of lead collection. We're going to talk about other ways that you can collect leads. So what are some other ways? Having people comment on your posts and be interactive on your posts so that you can have a conversation with them. They've become a lead. You still have to find out if they're ideal. You still have to vet them. You still have to make sure that you guys are going to be a match to work together, but they are a type of lead. Having you comment to this video is a type of lead. So getting conversations started, getting people to send you messages, having a messenger conversation is a type of lead. Getting people to join your group is a type of lead. They're all at different stages. We will ultimately probably want to move them to that big kahuna lead of getting their email address, but maybe we want to move them to getting into a conversation with us once we've gotten to know them a little bit better and they've gotten to know us a little bit better. So there's cold leads, warm leads, and hot leads. And we want to work through, we want to have a strategy and a plan for working through that on a regular basis. So how do we get people having conversations with us on our Facebook page so that we can have conversations there? How do we get people to message our page? How do we get people to book a strategy session with us? How do we get people to give us their email addresses? These are all leads. And we want to have a strategy. So next week, the challenge is going to teach you a couple of ways that you can collect leads. And we're going to see how many leads you can collect in 3 days. And we'll have some fun with it. And it's going to be heaps of fun. I'll put the link if you'd like to join us in the challenge. You can join me in the challenge if you want information about going deeper into the Likes to Leads program, where we will be doing some of the things that we are going to talk about next week. We're going to go deeper with those in the program, but we're also going to have the full ads training around running ads to get leads. There's a type of ad in the Ads Manager called lead generation. And the whole point of that ad itself is to help you collect leads, people that you can deepen that conversation with and get to know and have them get to know you. And there's so many ways that you can be collecting leads through your posts, through your Facebook Lives, through emails you're sending out, through your business cards, through your websites, through private emails that you send out, at networking events, at trade shows, at speaking events. I mean, so many different ways you can collect leads. However you do it, whatever way you employ, the important thing is that you are collecting leads regularly. So let's talk about leads. It's all about leads coming up, and I want to welcome you into the challenge. If you'd like to learn some steps to help you collect leads and get into conversations, join me in the challenge. I will put the link here in the comments so that you can click through and join me and see that process. And if you want information about the Likes to Leads program, L to L is what you're going to comment. Now, having these leads is really important, but we have to know how to nurture them, right? We have to know how to move to the next level. So don't go out and start thinking about how am I going to get leads if you don't have anything to offer them. If you don't have any value yet to give them. I mean, everybody has value to offer. Everybody has so much amazing stuff to give the world, and I think it's your job to get it out there and to share it with people. But you want to have some sort of form and structure to it, a little bit at least, so that you know, if I get into this conversation, what am I offering? I'm set up to handle the influx of people interested. So it's important that you get that growth sorted out in your business as well, that you are at the right place. Now you can start collecting leads immediately. I remember when I started my business back in 2010, and I started going to networking events in September of 2011, maybe before that even. In September of 2010, I started going to networking events and talking about my business. And I had spent $100 to start this business. I ordered business cards through Vistaprint, and I bought a ream of paper and created a Word document with a list of services. And there, boom, my business was started. And that was it. And then I went to networking events, and I would meet people, and I'd give them my fancy schmancy business card, and I'd give them my little flyer, and they would give me their business card, and I'd go home and go, now what? I didn't know how to follow up with leads. So while it's so important we're collecting these leads, we want to have a system for follow-up. All right, and we get into that in the Likes to Leads program. So making sure you're in the right place to know what to do with those leads and to be able to follow up with those leads. I'd come home with business cards, and I mean, over time, you know, I had a stack like this of business cards that I never followed up with. All missed opportunities because I didn't really know how to follow up. So while it's easy to get started, let's make sure you've got a system in place that allows you to get on a call easily with people, still so you can manage your schedule and not get overwhelmed and it works for them, but that you can actually use that time on the phone with them to find out what their needs are, to find out what their dreams are, what they need to accomplish, so that you can then show them and tell them how you can help them achieve those goals. So important. All in the Likes to Leads program. But join me in the 3-day challenge next week and start exploring how you could bring leads into your business and what that looks like, because it's a lot easier than you probably think it will be. All right. Thanks for being here. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you being with me on Mondays, and I will see you next Monday. And in the meantime, if you have a question about growth, about your business, about running your business, about setting up your business, about Facebook for your business, please pop it in the comments here, and I'll address that next week on next week's show. Okay? Thanks for being here, everyone. Have a great week.